welcome everybody. Welcome everybody. Wow, I just came off of a live stream and I want to just do something real quick, and I might go off for just a second. And I just want to make sure we get a good start on everything. Okay. Da 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 da. All right. Very busy online today. Excuse me. Yeah, we've been very busy today. So before we get started, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com, and I'm playing the Synchron Bösendorfer Upright. So I want to welcome everybody today. We had a live stream earlier, so I'm just kind of bouncing off of that. The reason for the consecutive live streams, in a way, things have been so crazy around here with unexpected home repairs, water leaks, and construction workers in the house. And so things have been turned upside down a little bit for the past several weeks, so I've not been able to get on as often as I'd like. So while the construction workers and all of that stuff is kind of away from the house, the cat hides under the bed, and so now the cat can come out and we can come out and share and have some time together to explore what I think are some of the most beautiful and dynamic piano libraries from Vienna Symphonic Library. And like I said, this is the Upright. And I want to welcome Ben from Vienna Symphonic Library. It's good to see you on the chat. And he's kind of going to be my co-pilot just in case, I need some more information. And if you guys have any questions, while we're live, man, just make sure you leave it in the chat, and either I or Ben can kind of address that. But we're just going to have some fun exploring these libraries today. And I want to show you pretty much what's going on. We are in the season where Vienna Symphonic Library is offering some really special prices on the Bosendorfer libraries, the Upright, and let's just go back. I just want you to kind of see what's going on. The Vienna Imperial and the Vienna Imperial and the Synchron Bösendorfer Imperial and the Upright. And that's what I'm playing here, the Bosendorfer Upright. So we're going to start with the Upright and kind of move our way through. And this was recorded in one of their smaller stages in that Synchron studio area. And so it's a lot, it's a little tighter sound. The Synchron stage is huge. It's just such a huge, beautiful sounding room. And the sale starts Monday. So it's going to start on Monday. This is kind of like a little sneak peek, a little preview. So this is good. So I'm just kind of like navigating through things. Yeah. Okay, so this is the Bosendorfer Upright, and I'm going to pull up the player, and the Synchron player. Let's see. Here we go. Da-da-da-bum. Here we go. So the Synchron player is really great. And this is not the Synchron player as we're used to with the other libraries. This is the host for the Synchron pianos. So this is the Synchron piano player. And so it has really cool layout here. And I've just got the intimate preset selected here. And the Upright here just has such a really nice distinctive tone to it. And if we go to the mix section, you can see the mics here. This is the full version. So, and I think that any of these presets, they're using the standard library mics. So what you're hearing now is included in the standard library, if I'm not mistaken. But you hear how nice and open this sound is. So you've got the condenser mics, you have a mid mic set that's out, and then you have some mains, and you can look on the website, and there's a detailed graphic of the stage, and also there's another video I did on this this upright too. So we're kind of revisiting some things and just kind of getting a new new ears on these, and you got the reverb setting. Okay, so I'm just going to solo. I love soloing the different mics so you can kind of hear what's going on. So this is just the condenser pair. So here we go. And I've landed in F, but we don't know where we're going to land today. Nice and close. Just nice and clean. Now you notice what I was doing. The dynamic layers, the velocity layers, because of the way they record these highly detailed, I call them high definition pianos because of the so many velocity layers. So I can just kind of play it nice and soft. And I can just gradually increase the velocity, and you can hear what happens. This is just the close mic. And sometimes we'll have a little, I hate to say it, but like just when you're running streaming software and doing so many things, because before I was streaming, just kind of playing and previewing some of this before we got online, you know, things ran really good and smooth. And so sometimes it just pops up while you're when you don't want it to, but it's okay. It's just rare. But there's lots of stuff going on when we're doing these live streams, but I hope you can hear how beautiful that is. And also I've got 4 mic positions. So with each mic position, you're loading a whole extra set of sample layers that's being accessed. Okay, so let's go to the mid 2 mics. And then you can blend those together. So let's get another key here. Just a different perspective. And I use all 88 keys sometimes, so. But listen how nice that is. Okay, so let's look at the main mic, and I tell you what we'll do. I just want us to get an idea of what these mics look like. Okay, so here we go. Yeah, let me zoom in here so we can see. Oh, well, we don't, okay, there we go. perfect. So, so you have, you know, the ribbon mics. The ribbon mics are beautiful. I love ribbon mics. We'll listen to those. You have mid mics, mid 2, mid 1. Then you have condensers. You've got those there. And then you have, in the full version, they've added the surround and then a Decatree set. So that's what I love about these VSL pianos, is the detail, and then the mic choices are amazing. It's amazing. Okay, so now we've got a sense of where the mics are in the room. Let's just see if we can see where it was. Yeah, so it was recorded in that smaller studio, and you can kind of see in the thumbnail there. It's just a tighter room. It's a much closer sound, and so that's why you get all of those nice short reflections, and then you can pull the reverb in there if you need to. So that's the main mic. And all the links are going to be in the description, so you'll be sure to get some more information. So now this is the main. So this is like the center. Yeah, look at, okay. So it's right up the middle. And this is just the upright, guys. And I'm finding more and more that uprights are more than what meets the eye. And so you can blend these together. Okay, yeah, listen how that opens up. It's huge. So for fun, okay, so let's do this. I'm going to load one of the surround presets. So they've downmixed the surround to stereo. So I'm just going to pull up the player preset, and so this is going to be using like the surround microphones. So you've got the condenser, the mid 2, main, and surround. So let's take a listen. Let's take a listen. So you hear with the surround mics on, it just gives a different, it immerses you a little bit more into the sound. You just feel that. Yeah. I love it. One thing I like to do, I'm going to pull up the intimate preset. So that was just a little sampling of the surround mics. Yeah. And you've got soft pedal, and I love having that that SLPD3 on this SL88 because I have all 3 pedals here. So that just gives you a different tone. One of the things I like to play with on the Synchron pianos is the timbre shift, and I'm going to bump this down a few. I'm going to go down like 3. Now listen to what this does. It changes the the performance and the playback speed or something. It just does something really cool. So just the same thing, but with timbre shift down -3. It gives it a nice dark, it darkens it up a little bit when you take it down. Yeah, there's so much going on. You've got so many release samples and different layers. It's incredible. So let's take the timbre shift up a little bit and then listen, it brightens it up. So you've got all kinds of different things you can do with that. And then you can get really crazy. Let's see. Yeah, so that's the chooser here. And then we can go in and, okay, that's our CPU meter there. And we can change the size. Okay, yeah, there it is, the edit. So you can actually go in and edit key by key and apply different parameters, EQ, velocity things, just all kinds of different things with this. So you can select, yeah, so you can select the keys here and you have just control over, over so much. The dynamic range, the MIDI sensitivity, the tuning, just all kinds of stuff going on with that. I just enjoy, playing them. But the fact that you can dive really deep into these is beautiful. So let's just check out a couple of more of the presets, the ambient. Listen how delicate that is. Listen to that. The thing that I'm hearing, the thing that I'm hearing is, listen. They let that note decay all the way out. They give you the full decay. And it's how they've allowed those, allowed the samples to interact the way that they've put it together. It's really exquisite. Okay, so now let's go on to the Big Daddy. And so this is the Bosendorfer, the Bosendorfer Imperial. And This thing is massive, and this one was recorded in the huge Synchron stage. Man. Oh, okay. Yeah, and you've got to have an SSD for sure. I've actually got these on the M.2s, so the faster drive, the faster access you have, the best. Yeah, the hard drives, the spinning disc can't keep up with that. So here we go, man. Here we go with the Bösendorfer. Now this is just the player setting, and this is just in the standard library. Heard that in a long time. La 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 dum dum ba dum ba dum dum. It just plays. It just plays. And again, let me just go through the dynamics again, and velocity scaling. The way that this SL88 is set up, I'm just loving what I'm just loving the dynamics of this. So I'm just going to go through this with the player, and just kind of go through the dynamics with this. So here we go. Let's go to concert for that. Whatever's bringing that up. Yeah, listen to that. Now listen to the difference. Let's go back to the mix and just look at what the mics are doing. And again, this is just the standard library. We're gonna check out some of the surrounds and some of the extra mics too. So here we go. Just don't know where things are going. You know what? All I see Tom and Jerry. Yeah. Let's go to the mighty. Yeah. And here, listen to those mics open up. There is nothing so glad for you guys to join me, and thank goodness for replay. But there's nothing subtle. There's nothing subtle about this Bosendorfer by the Synchron. I mean, it's just, especially with some of these huge presets here. Just for fun, let's pull up some of these surround. Oh, well, before we do that, I want to, I just love the ribbon mics. I'm going to just cut these other mics off, and then I'm going to load the ribbon setup. And again, look at how wonderful this Synchron player is. So let's pull up the ribbon mics here. Take a listen. I love the smoothness of these ribbons. And having so many mic positions, mic choices, you can get it subtle. You can just tune that, you can just dial that in. Pretty much any kind of sound or setting. It puts you behind that mixing desk. You just hear how smooth those ribbon mics are. Now let's take a listen to the, yeah, you've got two mics. And I think these are in the full version. And if the full version is something that you can do, I would highly recommend it. It just gives you so much flexibility with those extra mic positions alone. So let's listen to the two mics. just the character. You hear the different character in the different mics, and man, gorgeous. Okay, so let's look at the surround to stereo, and let's just go for the ambient. I love how those samples just ring out. It just rings out. Okay, and again, thanks so much for joining me. And if it's your first time, man, just make sure you subscribe and click on those notifications. I was saying earlier, the channel just hit 5,000 subscribers, and we're over that now. And when I say we, when I say we, I mean all of us together make this happen. I love doing what I do. I love playing, I love producing, and I love sharing with all of you. I would still be enjoying this piano if nobody was watching, but it makes it so much more interesting when you guys are out there. So thank you so much. Thanks for all the support. And now let's just play around with this surround mic. And again, you hear an instant immersive sound with this. And I've not really played much with the reverb. There's just a little bit on here, but let's just take it off. Let's just take it all the way out so you can kind of hear. Okay, let me see. Might be. Okay, yeah, let's see. Let me pull this out a little bit. Okay, so I think, okay, the level. Okay, I think that's it. Yeah, so that's the reverb level. So let's just turn that all the way off here and just listen to it without any additional reverb, so you can hear the scope of the space of the Synchron stage. So you hear how immense this is. Just that natural sound of the room. And with all those surround, the high and the surround mics, let's just see. Let's just see here. Sorry about that. Let's just see what those mics look like. And I like visualizing things. It gives you a better idea of exactly what. Yeah. So you see on the website what's included in the standard library. You have the room mic, the condenser, the close. Tells you what mics they're being used, Sennheisers and Royers, Neumanns, and so you have the room mic, the condensers, the close mic, and then the mid one, and then the main room mic, and then you have a decatree. But look at the full library, gives you a ton, and so yeah, take a look at that, and take a look at that. So you've got the decatrees, you've got all of these surrounds out here, and then plus you have mid 1 and mid 2. You have all of these stereo pairs, and then you have like the ribbons. It's just worth a look to take a look at what's sitting there inside of that. All those mics. It just gives you a sense of exactly how powerful and how detailed this is. Okay, so that is the Synchron Imperial. Again, you have the same types of things. You've got the timbre shift, sympathetic resonance, control over the body, You have just so many different ways that you can, just all of these different preset mixes that you have, and you can also have your own mix. You know, when you go in, and you can just do so much with this. You can do so much with this. So so now let's go on to what I think might have started it all, and this is the Vienna Imperial. Now, this was recorded in a different studio. It's like the Vienna stage. I guess, and if Ben, if you're still on now, I guess this was the silent stage where all the other Vienna instruments were recorded. So it's got a very distinctive sound. It's very dry, and not very dry, but you'll hear what I'm saying. It comes in the Vienna Imperial player, so it's a separate player, and but still very highly detailed. And so I'm just going to pull up this this close mic here, and let me see. I'm going to load everything. I'm going to load the complete set of samples here. Now, this is what. Okay, let's just play, and I'll. Yeah. The same type of Bosendorfer, the same big, nice sound, but in just a drier. That's the close mic. So 100 velocity layers. Ben has just commented there. Yeah. So you've got 127 levels of MIDI. Dynamic range and feel make all the difference. I mean, to have the dynamic, to be able to go from very soft to very loud, to have that full range of dynamic is absolutely so critical. I find myself, especially with earlier libraries and hardware keyboards, that the dynamics, it didn't matter how hard you played the keyboard, you were hearing the same sound over and over again, and with just a little change in maybe a filter. But to have this huge amount of dynamic layers makes all the difference. It gives you dynamics. Dynamics is what is so important. Just having some fun, man. So having that nice tight room, it just lets you just get some really punchy sound there. Okay, so now that's just the close that's just the close mic. I was when I first loaded this up, you know, I don't know how it happens. And one funny thing I like to say is that I never have to worry too much about DMCA or copyright strikes, because everything that comes out is improvised or something, just little snippets here and there. But when I first pulled this up, this is what came out. Just amazing. And that's just what came out. Yeah, it's really nice. So this is the player position. This is the player position. And I find myself, same piano but different room. It just the room, it's just got a different bite to it. It just rocks. It just rocks a little bit. So you can go from that to that. Yeah, so yeah, the silent stage makes the difference in the character of this piano. It just so there's no reverb tells, and no like you have on the Synchron stage. So it's that tightness that is great. Yeah, so so you have impulse response reverbs included in this. Let's just look at this. Yeah, so you know, I'm just playing the just straight out of the box. The presets and that type of thing. So we've got, you know, medium halls and different reverb types here. And I think this is called the Grand Sol. Let me just pull this up. And this is the player position here. That's the beauty of having a very nice dry sound, is because you can influence it with, you know, adding your own reverbs and such to it. So you can put it in any room that you want, you know. And see, that's a nice sound. So you can just add a little of that color. Okay, so let's look at the distant. And so the distant is far out. And so the other thing about the Vienna player here is that you have one of three. So the signals were kind of all recorded together. There's not individual control over microphones like you have in the Synchron pianos, but this gives you some really nice possibilities with these three perspectives. So this is the distant perspective. Real nice and spacious. So the spaciousness comes from the separation of the mics from the piano. So they've got it mic'd way out. Just very nice, highly detailed. And I love having this different perspective, the different room. Wow, that's really cool. So I thought I would do a fun experiment, and those of you who have watched some of my videos, and I ran this by Ben, and we'll just see what happens here. What I did on the Vienna Imperial, since we did not have three perspectives, I went ahead and kind of created like a virtual type of player combination. So the only thing that you might run into doing it this way, I think Ben mentioned, is some phase issues. So I've loaded 3 instances of the Vienna player in Unify, and so we have the ability to have all 3 perspectives, kind of like to be able to mix these. So let's just see what happens. So I've got them assigned to my nano controller, so we can kind of mix and blend. But I thought, you know, let's try this. So this is the close mic by itself. We'll bring in a little bit of the player. And then the distant. And you know, all the links are going to be in the description about the special promotion. They kind of give you a sneak peek. If you go to the main Vienna page and click on that, you'll go and you can see a preview of all the upcoming specials that are going to start on Monday. Yeah, that's really cool. Now, for me, I'm not hearing a lot of phasing, but it gives you, it just, yeah, so listen. This is the player. See. Close. Distant. And then blending the close, yeah. Just being able to grab and blend those together is pretty cool. Man. Wow. So I know we're in the season of Thanksgiving. And it's just really, you know, like I said in the other videos that I've done earlier today, let's pull up the, let's just pull the upright back up again. I just, listen to how fat that is. And let's go to like an intimate, show that. Yes, we want to show it. I'm going to do the timbre shift a little bit. Yeah. Oh, before I forget, I'm glad I remembered this. Let's go back to the Vienna Imperial. I am so sorry I didn't remember this while we're having this up. But yeah, let's take a look at the Vienna Imperial. One of the things that I really excited me about this, let's see, is that it has, now let me make sure, I'm going to load the complete set. So it has a full set of una corda samples as well. So a lot of times libraries will simulate an una corda position, but the Vienna Imperial actually has an una corda set of samples. And so luckily for us, I've got the SLPD3 with the una corda pedal. And so I'm just gonna, and so you can look at the display here, and you can see sustain will light up, and then sostenuto lights up when we're, yeah, so that lights up now when I hit the una corda pedal. I'm just going to kind of play around with that, and that's with it off. Now let's kind of play that. Yeah, you hear that? Now what the una corda pedal does on a grand, it literally shifts the keyboard over because some strings have more than one string, like 2 and 3. This shifts it over, so it's a more delicate. You hear that, and I'm holding that. So this is not simulated. This is literally a complete different sample layer of just the una corda. It just pulls you in a little bit closer. let's listen to the player with the una corda. You need an e-licenser for this, but luckily the e-licenser is also going to be included in the special promotion starting on Monday. So if you don't have an e-licenser, man, those rarely go on sale, and so I would definitely check that out. It's a great way to get started with any of the VSL libraries, including like the free Big Bang Orchestra and all kinds of things. It's a great opportunity. So now this is the player position. I'm going to hit that una corda pedal, and let's take a listen. I can definitely hear just a nice difference. Now it's off now, and now you can hear it shift over. Yeah, so that's real una corda samples, sample layers on this Vienna Imperial, and I really enjoy that. Okay, so now as we kind of wrap up today, let's go back to the upright, and we have the same thing. You have the soft pedal and the sostenuto pedal. Yeah. So I was talking about Thanksgiving, and we've just got so much to be thankful for. You know, we've made it through 2020 this far, and I'm very thankful for being able to see us grow. You know, I find that when you go through adversities and when you go through trials and that type of thing, it's like it really brings out what's inside of you. It's almost like when you're refining gold, refining silver, they put it in the heat, man. They put it in the hottest fire to bring out everything that is inside of it that could cause that gold or that precious metal to be slightly less pure, and they skim that dross, that junk off the top of it. So sometimes when we're going through those hottest fires of life, and boy, have we been scorching some of those. It's always good to remember that it brings stuff out so we can deal with it and scrape it off and be able to go forward into better days. I'm just believing for better days ahead. And speaking of Thanksgiving, it reminded me of a really cool, really beautiful song that a friend of mine wrote, and I helped her kind of produce. But I am thankful to God for all of His goodness. I am grateful to God for all of His love. I'm so thankful to God for His tenderness and mercy. He supplies what I need, gives me strength to succeed, and I'm thankful. And I know that you'll be right there, no matter how far, you'll go anywhere. And you're a friend when I need a friend. You've stood by me to the very end. So I am thankful to God for all of your goodness. And I'm thankful to God for all of his love. I am thankful, so thankful to God for his tenderness and mercy. You supply what I need. Give me strength to succeed. You supply what I need. Give me strength to succeed. And I'm grateful. Yes, I'm so grateful. Just grateful. Yeah, Ben, the thing is, the upright is surprisingly big. Surprisingly big. And so really you really can't go wrong with any of these, really, and especially being able to get them at a special price, a special promotion. And thanks to Vienna Symphonic Library for just doing these specials, and it just helps to just to add those extra special tools and instruments. It's great. It's just great. So again, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. All the links are going to be in the description, and there are links down there to follow and to support the channel. We're really close into getting all of the funds to help me to keep this SL88 grand. Studio Logic was so great to loan it to me over the past several months, and so I'm grateful for that, and I'm grateful for all of your support. And until next time, this is Simeon from PraiseTracks.com. I want to thank Ben for joining us. As always, such a tremendous help, tremendous support, and thanks to Vienna Symphonic Library for continuing to amaze us with their beautiful instruments. So until next time, we'll see you soon. Thanks for watching.